Hello and welcome to this demo of Go Global support for OpenID Connect, which allows organizations to use their existing single sign-on solution to enable single sign-on into Go Global hosts. This video will demonstrate single sign-on support with Okta. Go Global for Graphon provides reliable, secure, low-cost multi-user access to Windows applications from any location, device, or operating system. Hi, I'm Andy Leonard, and in this video I'll be demonstrating single sign-on support with Okta working with Go Global. So the first thing we need to do is sign into our Okta account. So after you put your username and password in, you just click sign in. Once you've signed in, you click on the drop down on applications, then you click on applications. And you can see here I've already have a few applications added, but we're going to add another one for the demonstration of this video, and then we can show how that works in Go Global. So the first thing we need to do here is click on Create App Integration. So we click on this, and there's lots of different options here. To get OpenID Connect to work with Go Global, the first thing you need to do here is click on OIDC, OpenID Connect. Once you've done this second section appears on the bottom here, and then what we're trying to set up here is a web application. So we click on Web Application, and we click on Next. The first thing it's asking us is for an app integration name, so we can call this whatever we like. So let's just call this SSO Go Global. Now we'll just go through the other options we need to set up to get OpenID Connect to work with Go Global through Okta. So some of these may differ in your organizations, but I'm going to tick the boxes that we need for this to work on our demonstration servers here. So the logo, that's optional. You can put a logo in if you like. Grant type. So for this to work, we need to click on Client Credentials. And we also need to click on Explicit Hybrid. Then we need to add our redirect URL. The one we're using is, this is the name of our Go Global host. This is the port that Go Global is running on, which is port 491. And then we use the callback.html file. And these again use once we set up OpenID Connect on the Go Global host. And the sign out your redirect URL, that can stay the same. The trusted origins, this isn't used, this is optional, we don't need to use this. Then the assignment section is who can use this inside your organization. So you can either limit this to groups, you can just add it to individual users. We're just going to allow it for everyone in the organization. So once you've done that, you click on Save. So now you set up the web app in Okta, you just need to copy some of the information from these screens into Notepad, so this can be used later on when setting up the OpenID Connect settings in Go Global. So the things we need to copy is the client ID here. So to do this, we just click on Copy to Clipboard, and also the client secret here. So again, we do Copy to Clipboard. Once you copy those, just paste them into the Notepad file. The last thing you need is the Okta domain. I mean, the Okta administrator should know this anyway, but you can also copy this to Clipboard. So now we've set up the web app in Okta, we now need to configure Go Global to use Okta for OpenID Connect. So to do this, we open up the Go Global admin console, and we go to Tools, Host Options, and Authentication. From here, we just click on OpenID Connect, then we click on Automatically Sign in Users into their domain accounts. When this is enabled, Go Global attempts to perform an S4U login using the user's UPN, which it obtains from the OIDC identifier. So in this case, it would be Okta, after a successful OpenID Connect login. By itself though, an S4U login is subject to the same limitations as an integrated Windows authentication login. So to avoid these limitations, you can enable the cache passwords on the host option. So in this demo, we're going to tick on this. We now need to configure the OpenID Connect settings, which we pasted into Notepad when we set up the web app in Okta. So we're going to paste these in just like this. So we've pasted in the client ID, the client secret, and then we've put in the authorized URL and the token URL. The authorized URL and token URL are just default, and if you need to know more about this, then obviously refer to the Okta documentation. Then the redirect URL is just the Go Global host, so that's this host here, and that's running on port 491 for the internal web server, and they use to /callback.html. So once you've done this, you just press on OK. So now we finished configuring Okta and setting up the OpenID Connect settings in Go Global. We now will connect with a Go Global client to show you what it looks like. So from a browser, we connect to our Go Global host URL, which is this, and then we just press enter. Now as you can see, it redirects back to Okta and asks me to log on. We enter our Okta credentials and then we click on sign in. I'm using Microsoft Edge here as my browser. So the first time you connect, it asks me, do I want to use the app controller? You tick on always allow and then you click on open. As you can see now it's authenticated and logged me into my Go Global session. And from here, you can see the program window. And from the program window here, I can access one of my applications. So if I double click PowerPoint, for an example, then PowerPoint opens and I can, create a presentation. Thank you for watching this video demo of Go Global support for OpenID Connect with Okta, which allows organizations to use their existing single sign-on solution to enable single sign-on into Go Global hosts. For more information about Go Global or to download the 30-day free trial, visit us at www.graphon.com.